Hello, welcome back. In this video, we got a nice bunch of flounder to clean up. Hey, don't bruise my fish. And I haven't showed you guys how we clean our flounder now. So in this video, I'm going to show you how we fillet our flounder. If you're new to flounder fishing, this might help you a lot. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down there. Give me that thumbs up like button. Don't forget the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Check this out. To show you guys how I fillet a flounder. We'll start with this guy here. He's almost 20 inches, not too bad. Cleaning the flounder, there's a couple little tricks that'll help you go a lot faster. First one is you're going to start with the white side. Now what I've started doing is cleaning them from the back, which is pretty cool. What we're going to do is make a cut right here on the tail. Sharp knife helps. I'll put a link to this knife in the description below if you care. Now what we're going to do is take the point of this knife and run it right up the spine. You can see the spine here, and you can also, you can't see it as good on the brown side, but this is a good one to show you. Get the gills up a little bit, get your hand in there. Cut resistant glove really helps a lot. So get that on in there and run this knife right up that spine. This keeps you from going through the ribs. And get all the way up in there like that, okay? Now what you're going to do is just saw and kind of lever the front of that knife down those bones all the way out like this. Simple enough. What we've done is cut this whole bottom of this fillet off of here. Pretty simple. Right up through. That's why the cut resistant glove. When you do dumb stuff like that, cut right around there. And I like to get all this meat up in here. Some people cut right across there, and that just drives me nuts because look at all that meat you leave right there on the shoulder. So now what you're going to do is take your knife. I'm going to move this camera around so you can see it a little better. There we go. Hopefully this is not too jiggly. Take that knife tip, get up in here, and there's some pin bones and the ribs, of course, that you got to separate from the spine right there. And take your knife, get right down to those other lateral bones, and just follow that bunch of bones right there all the way to the end of the fillet. Pretty easy to do. And this will get all the meat and the ribbon, which you can use for bait if you want, off the back side of the fish. There. So as you can see, we got all the meat off of both sides of that fillet. Now we're going to flip it over. Basically do the same thing with the brown side. Cut the tail. Stick that knife up the spine, all the way up the fish. Lever the front of that blade on down, sawing, and cut all that meat right off of there, like that. And the same thing here. You want to get in there and cut those little pin bones and those ribs loose from the spine. There we go. There. Ouch. Now we got it. And that cut resistant glove is worth its weight in gold if you clean fish. Get you one of these. I'll put a link to that in the description below as well. There we go. I don't worry quite as much about the brown ribbons, even though we use them sometimes. And now we've got that whole fillet off the fish as well. There you go. So with that, if you want to keep your ribbons, you can go ahead and cut those off next. These are really good for flounder bait and pretty easy to cut off and set aside. They pretty much just fall off anyway when you cook them, so just as well use them for bait to catch more flounder. There we go. Get that off there. Now for skinning it, what we want to do is take the blade from the back, get close to the edge of the skin, and just kind of get that blade worked right up underneath there, like that. We're going to use the knife to separate the skin from the meat. Just flatten it out. It's a little bit of a down angle, not much. And just run that right in between the meat and the skin. You can get it real close. If your knife's really sharp, this takes some practice. Sometimes you get it too close and you got to skin a little bit of extra skin off when you're done. But check this out. Hey, like that. It doesn't get much cleaner than that. Now you got the ribs to get rid of. And they are right here, of course. You don't have to do this, but I don't like bones in my fish. So I prefer to just gently, surgically remove the ribs. And there's some pin bones right here. You might can see them catching on the fillet. You certainly feel them. They only go back a little bit to about right here. So what you do is find them and just take a little sliver out right here, these pin bones. Yes, you can eat around them. Yes, you can spit them out. I don't like bones in my fish, so this is how I do it. There we go. Done. Now we have the whole fillet. We haven't separated anything, which you can do, but this is a lot faster when you're not talking about it and filming. And that fillet is ready for the grill or frying up or whatever. Check this out. Let me clean this up a little bit. Look at that. Beautiful, perfect, boneless flounder fillet. Now let's get that white side done. A little bit of guts in there to get rid of. And again, I like to cut those ribbons off to use as bait to catch more flounder. Set those aside. The bottom ribbon's a really good one. Just pull that right off there, like that. And the same thing with the white side. We'll just skin this back. And sometimes if you start right at the back of the meat here, I'm trying to show you guys all these little details. Right at the back, I didn't start right here. I came up just a little bit, left just a little meat to get up under that skin. And that gives you a nice little handle to hang on to. So with that, get up under there like this. You can get your fingers in there and hold down on the skin. That really makes skinning this a whole lot easier. Again, just a sawing motion, slightly down angle, and separate the meat from that outer skin. Done and perfect. And take the ribs out. And I know there's people that do this a lot faster than I do, and that's fine. Do it as fast as you want to do it. It also doesn't hurt if you take the ribs and the pin bones out at the same time, like this. There we go. Boom. Done. Totally skinless, boneless flounder. Just a few minutes. Very easy to do. No power tools, just a good sharp fillet knife. All right, there you go. If you do your flounder differently, leave me a comment down there below and let me know how you do it. I'm sure a lot of you guys are much faster, and that's fine. But that's the way we clean our flounder. Give me that thumbs up like button, hit that subscribe button down there, and don't forget the bell icon so you don't miss any videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.